Okay, I'm just going to jump straight into this because every time I start this video off, I start laughing and I feel like a dork and I stop. So welcome to April vlogs. Decided that I'd do some vlogs during the month of April. I've got 2 weeks leave during this month, so it's always nice to do daily vlogs during my holiday break. So welcome back, everybody. No podcast at the end of last month, at the end of March. I just ran out of time. And welcome back, or welcome to anyone new who's just accidentally stumbling across this hot mess of a channel. My name is Carla and I live in New Zealand. And what else can I tell you about myself? And I normally post videos about what I'm crafting, and then I just chuck the occasional vlog in between. So yes, the last clip you would have seen was my morning get dressed picture. I always do that because most of the time they're items that I've made myself. And yeah, lovely autumn day. Sun's out, it's gorgeous outside. I've actually got a hell of a mess to clean up in here. Things have been a little bit kind of behind. I've been a little bit behind the 8 ball here at the moment. My nana had a fall. My nana's 94 and she was living independently at home about an hour away from me, and she had a fall at the beginning of the month, and as a result she's ended up having to make that decision to go into care. She was experiencing some dizziness and had called out to the she has like an emergency alert type necklace, and so she'd actually alerted to the ambulance quite a few times recently. So they said to her, "You're not going home." It was quite bad. Like, she'd whacked her head and she'd been out for ages, and when Dad found her she was covered in blood, and it would have been awful to find. So yeah, it's been a mucky month because I've been down there, and she wasn't supposed to be discharged to her home. She wasn't supposed to be discharged into anything but residential care, but it took a while. Well, it didn't take a long time, but, it takes a bit of time for the family to find somewhere suitable for her. And so the hospital discharged her back home. And I was really worried, so I went and spent a few days with her. So, yeah, I have come back with a lot of stuff. And there will be more because we're travelling down again on the weekend with my uncle, and we're going to have a bit of a working bee around her house, so that'll be nice. Yeah, so you guys will see that when it comes. So I actually feel incredibly tired right now. It's weird, eh? I did just have a little bit of chocolate though. It's very nice. It's this one here. I've got to go and refill the chook feeder and check for eggs. I didn't do an egg collection yesterday, so there'll be at least 3 there, if not 6. And I really need to think about something for dinner as well, and maybe some berries. I've been checking my berries, so I'll show you all that in due course. Right, let's see what we've got down here. Ooh, needs a good weed. A few more blackberries coming on. Oh, look at that. Shush. Thing. They'll be ready tomorrow. It's a good amount. I just saw, sometimes you see the odd one, see that's not quite, needs a bit more colour. I don't think, no, there's no strawberries ready at the moment. So when I collected the eggs on, what's today? Tuesday, so on Sunday, they hadn't all finished laying. Right, let's go and get some tomatoes. Someone's being noisy over there. A bit of a mess happening, but anyway, I don't think there's any strawberries happening in there either. Right. Oh, yeah, they can wait another day. Can you tell I'm just not that excited? I've got to do something with that rhubarb as well. Okay, let me see. I've planted some seed in here. We'll see whether anything looks like it's coming up. So it's supposed to be parsnip and carrot along here, but there's lots of other things in there, so we'll have to wait and see what comes up there. And then celery along here, beetroot along here. I know that's not beetroot, so I'll get rid of you and that. Leek. What else? Red onion, broad beans. Ooh. Yeah, all sorts, but we won't know until all those seedlings have grown a bit more. And then we've got yams in here. These are the yams. That's interesting. So they'll be ready to dig up soon. Mandarin and lemon. Oh dear. Right. Don't think there's anything else I need from in here. I've had a big cut back in here. And you can see the seeds actually taking in here. That's amaranthus, and you can see the little seeds coming up there. And I've got some echinacea, and I think they're coming up as well. And over here is supposed to be foxglove. It's cut, looks like, where is it? Looks like that might be something. And then some hibiscus over there. I think I can hear my dog. Hello, Digger. Are you home? Are you home? to go home because Evan wasn't at the workshop when I finished work. Oh, he's forgotten to shut the gate. Or just shut the gate, yeah. So he's dropped him off and headed back out. He must have been on site somewhere. That was probably a real close-up view of me. That's better. I don't want people to see me vlogging. I don't want someone to put me on influencers in the wild. Right. I'm going to do a little bit of watering. Hello. Hello. Right, shall we turn this on? Ready? Out of the way. Whoops. That's better. It was just a little bit too enthusiastic. Right, get in here. And a little boy waits. These are all cuttings taken from my nana's house. And this is an orchid she's given my sister, which I'm looking after, and that one she's given me. Got to sort those out. Look at all these. I've half swept these leaves. They need to be composted or something. Oops. Just in case I didn't get the message before, apparently. In a minute, darling. Oh my God. Can you see that? This is just dribbling because the tap won't turn off properly around the side, so I just put it in the garden so it gets moist. And look, we may have accidentally just about drowned this plant. Let's just do that. Maybe it's... I thought this pot had a hole in the bottom. It was rusty. Maybe not quite enough of a hole to do what we want. Right, it's better. I haven't done this for a few days. I think this fern needs a cut back actually, or a repot. These orchids need just a good soaking. Other way, Dick. Another orchid. Let's get these things that didn't get wet. these are some houseplant cuttings I started for, I don't know, whenever somebody might want one. Just been keeping them out here, that way they kind of will cope with any sort of weather. And I'm just going to do that. And maybe a little bit in that one. No, maybe not. I'm too scared. Right, come around here, Dick. Out of the way. It's a bit of a mess here because I've just created I've turned that into a square garden rather than a quarter circle. Is that what we're calling it? A pie? Gardenia. Ready, steady. I'll show you guys something funny. Bring it here. You watch what he does. He's just started doing this at home. Apparently he does it at work. Back up. Back up. Back up. Good boy. Back up. Back up. Ready? I'd only ever heard him bark a couple of times in his short life. But Evan tells me apparently he does that at work when he wants you to throw the ball. And he's just started doing it for me, but only when I tell him to back up. So he thinks it's a thing. Okay, ready? One more for everybody and then we've got to go and I've got to carry on watering. Ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Good boy. It was a half a bark, wasn't it? Back up. It's probably a bit loud. Good boy. Right, no more. The neighbour's dog is stalking me. I can see him looking at me through their door. Right. So I'm making dinner. And now I'm going to construct it. Now I've got a couple of very freezer burnt looking pieces of puff pastry. Oh my eye, it's so twitchy. And I'm just going to put it over now. And I've just boiled up some kumara and I've made a mix, a pie filling with leftover roast chicken. And yeah, I'll show it to you so you can see what I'm talking about. So it's cooled down now. Just going to preheat the oven. So what I did was I got a bit of canola oil and heated the pan slowly, and then I've got these little frozen blobs of minced garlic that I grew in the freezer, and I just put a blob in there, and then I just added shredded or chopped up bits of leftover chicken, some sweet corn, and I think there was just a little bit of leftover broccoli from our roast dinner last night, and I threw that and chopped up as well. Made it, thickened it, seasoned it, and now it's ready to be made into little mini pies. And then I've got this kumara, which is, for those of you not in New Zealand, it's basically sweet potato. There you go. Dinner.